What if you've been competing with something that is not even real? Someone bought a car, someone built a house, someone traveled to Dubai, your friend announced that she's pregnant, and all of a sudden you just closed your phone and drop it, and you are thinking of how you feel in life. Today we are talking about comparison. I am Mimi, and this is Mimi's Unfiltered, where we talk about real conversations, real perspectives, real people. I'm convinced that one of the biggest thieves in our generation isn't even poverty. It isn't failure. It isn't rejection. It's comparison. Comparison quietly steals your joy, steals your peace, steals your worth, steals your confidence. And before you know it, you're living someone else's dream instead of your own. I want you to answer honestly. Whose life have you compared yours to recently? Be honest, nobody's judging you. The funniest thing is that people think comparison started on social media. No, it didn't. It started from our growing up stage. We've heard things like, look at your sister, look at the brother, look at your cousin. Ṣé o rí bí cousin ẹ ṣe tó yẹ lówó ju ẹ lọ ni? Kí ló dé tó lè dàbí àbúrò ẹ? Look at your friend. Why is your friend scoring higher than you? Ẹ máa fi ọmọ wí ọmọ. Ṣebí Yorùbá ló sọ pé tá a bá fi ọmọ wí ọmọ, nǹkan máa lù kan pa ni. But kí ló dé tá a máa fi ọmọ wí ọmọ? Kí ló dé tá à ń fi Táyé wé Kẹ́hìndé? Kí ló dé tá à ń fi Ìdòwú wé Àlàbá? Why are we comparing sisters to brothers? Why are we comparing our friends to ourselves? Why are we comparing A to B? Why are we comparing 5 to 6? Many of us were taught to compare ourselves to another person even before we realized who we were. During secondary school days, Emma Bottomani, Toamafi, and Itomo fi be any two more. We started competition, we started comparison from our secondary school days. Eventually, we started measuring ourselves against everybody because competition was in our growing up, from our nursery days to our primary school days to our secondary school days, even to our university days. Were you ever compared to anybody while growing up? People post their weddings, not the arguments, their new car, not the loans they got, their happy face, not their depression state, their graduation, not the years of struggle. And there you are, comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's Instagram reels without you even realizing that you are doing more better than that person that you are watching his or her Instagram reels. Have you ever realized that you are doing even much better than that person you're comparing yourself with? Comparison makes you forget your blessings. When was the last time you woke up and thank God for what you have, rather than sinking yourself in with what you've not done, or what you've not gotten, or what you want? Many people are struggling with health issues. Many people are begging God to just give them a perfect health. But then there you are, comparing yourself to someone that is battling health issues and forgetting to thank God for what you have, forgetting to thank God for your good health, for your peace. Some of these rich people we are looking at, some of them don't have peace that we have. They don't have good health that we have. They don't have the perfect marriage that most of us have. They don't have perfect children. I remember scrolling on Instagram one day, and all I was seeing was people celebrating their new store, people celebrating how they got new machines. People, as a fashion designer, at the point, after scrolling on Instagram that day, I sat down and I was feeling down, feeling bad at myself, feeling like I was failing in what I was doing. At the point, I came to realize that the stage I am right now is a prayer point for some fashion designers. The point I am at my fashion business is where many fashion designers are struggling to get to. There was a time I was charging 2,000 naira for a dress. Yes, I scrolled through my chats with one of my long-time clients, and I saw in the chats that I charged for a dress for 2,500 naira. And that day I was like, 2,500 naira. Right now, kí n tó lè ránṣọ 10,000 naira, á jẹ́ pé aṣọ yẹn ò ní wàhálà kankan nínú. So that day I was just thanking God. There are stages in life. Me going from 2,500 naira to charging 10,000 naira to charging 50,000 naira, na me go still charge 1.5 million naira. Na me go still charge 30 million naira for dress. Yes. Mickey James na fashion designer too. She started from a place, she started somewhere. Growth isn't supposed to be rushed. Growth isn't supposed to be compared to someone else's life. Growth is supposed to go step by step. Comparison creates fake deadlines. I'm 25, I should be married. I am 30, I should own a house. I am 35, I should own 3 businesses. I am 40, I don't understand. Who made these rules? Who made these rules of some even go to the extent of leaving their marriages because of the freedom their single friend has? Ha! There isn't a perfect age for any success in life. Even if I know we all want life figured at some point, I know as 25, most of us wants to have a business. But then you shouldn't be pressured. It's okay to see stuff online. It's okay to get motivated. It's okay to get encouraged. But you comparing yourself to another person's life is not right. It gives you unnecessary pressure. It gives you unnecessary unease. Comparing yourself to someone else's life will just make you leave the track you're supposed to follow and lead you to the wrong path. It leaves some certain paths in your life and create another path which you're not supposed to even follow. Remember, everybody's facing one or two. Everybody's fighting something. The millionaire wants peace. The married wants freedom. Even the single wants a happy home. The celebrity wants privacy. The business owner wants to be home doing nothing. Even the 9 to 5 won't get business where it will go. The person you are jealous of is jealous of another person. The person you are wishing for to have his or her life is also wishing to have another person's life. Everybody has something they want. And if yours is in someone else's life, you should chase yours and not compare what you want to what another person has. Ashake self talk am, celebrity life e no easy. And I'm sure we all saw when Ashake went to Mecca, and we could all see how dedicated he was to his praying. We could see that he was really asking God for something. Most people will be wondering that Kila Ashake Tufe, he has money, he has cars, he has ṣé ìyàwó ló fẹ́ ṣé na wife you want to find? Abi na child you want to find? So everybody wants something. You cannot have everything all figured out. You can't have it all figured out. It should be one step at a time. Celebrate others without feeling behind. Celebrate others without feeling left out. Celebrate others without feeling like you are failing in life. Someone's success should be your motivation and not the end for your own success. Someone else's success shouldn't reduce yours. The sky doesn't run out of stars because another star shines. Healthy comparison should motivate, but unhealthy comparison, it will discourage and can even destroy. The difference lies in how we respond. Comparison will make you forget your progress. Remember where you were 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and ask yourself, for the point that you are right now, would your younger self be proud of who you are or not? Sometimes we focus so much on things that we haven't achieved and forget how far we've come and how far we've achieved things that we prayed for 2 years ago. Some of us have it right now, but we are not thankful because we are still chasing what we haven't gotten and forgetting how grateful we should be for where we are at the moment. Have you ever found yourself in a state of jealousy? Not because you are a bad person, but because you are constantly measuring your life against someone else's life. The solution isn't pretending that you are not jealous. The solution is asking yourself, why does this trigger this in me? Why does this make me feel this way? And the next thing I think you should do is stop comparing, but see that as a motivation and not comparison. Comparison can lead to bad decisions. Comparison often make people do the wrong things. People buy things they can't afford. People rush into marriage because your friend Inneka is married with kids, or because your ex is married. So you are proposing to a woman that you know you cannot stick with forever, or start doing a business because your friend is making so much money from that business. So you are leaving, you are dumping your business to venture into another business because your friends are making money from it. Some even forget how good they are at a particular skill because their friends are selling online. You also want to sell online. Even when you know you are very good at making dresses, you know you are very good at making hairs, but you are dumping all of that to sell jewelry online, or to sell bags and shoes online because your friends are doing that and they're making money from it. Have you ever made a decision just because you felt left out, or because you felt like you are failing at what you are doing? Sometimes you are comparing yourself to an illusion. You're comparing yourself to videos that were scripted. You're comparing your perfect life to videos that were planned and posted online. Or because you saw that someone is getting you saw that a friend is getting so much gifts, so much birthday gifts, so you're pressuring your husband to gift you, to buy you things, to buy you airs because your friends are getting the same thing. That is not motivation. That is you comparing your life, or comparing someone else's life to yours. Learn to be grateful. Learn to appreciate what you have. Learn to see your progress. Learn to see how far you've come. Gratitude breaks the power of comparison. And I think one thing we should do every morning is write down 3 things you've achieved, something you've always prayed for, but you have it now. Write down things you want to do, not because someone else is doing it, that you really want to do. Write out things that you wish you had, not because someone else had it, but because you wish to have it, and of course you are working towards it. Write down one goal you are working towards. Write down things you are proud of, something you did that you didn't know you could do, but you did it and you are proud of. And you see how you feel by the end of the day. You see how gracious you feel. You see how encouraged and motivated you feel. Learn to celebrate others without competing. And yes, you can be genuinely happy for them and motivated, but don't compare. Maybe the life you're living right now is the life you prayed for, but you are just too busy looking at someone else's life, and you're not even recognizing your own blessings, but you are rather chasing someone else's blessings. Imagine if nobody else's life was visible. No TikTok, no Snapchat, no Instagram, no reels. Would you still be feeling like you are behind? Or would you still feel like you're not doing enough? Would you still feel like you are failing in life? Would you still feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to do? Or would you finally appreciate what you've already achieved? Would you finally see what you've done? Would you finally see your blessings? Would you finally see how great you've gone? Your journey doesn't have to look like someone else's life. Your chapter 2 shouldn't look like another person's chapter 20. It should be one step at a time. Celebrate your peace, celebrate your progress, celebrate your achievements, celebrate what you've done, celebrate what you're about to do, celebrate how far you've came. And remember, waiting go be. Kill Sarah Sarah. This has been Mimis of Filtered. Real conversations, real perspectives, real people. Thank you, and I love you. Mwah!